Hey, welcome World Entertainment, and boy oh boy oh boy, Supergirl is a super flop. Yep, the box office numbers do not lie, and for all the projections that were coming in for 40 and 41 and 45 to 55 and 60 and all this, it came in domestically at 38 million. It didn't even hit 40. And internationally, it's done just as bad, because internationally, it's hit 30 for an overall opening weekend worldwide of $68 million. This is disastrous for this movie. And of course, they're all still trying to already do the spin. Oh, the movie doesn't need to hit 300 million to break even. Oh, if it does hit 300 million, they'll class this as a massive win. Oh, it's this, it's that. And they're already blaming the fans as well. Oh, the fans. There was boycotts and nobody was telling anybody to boycott this movie. Prove it. There's these things called receipts. Show receipts. Bleh. I can talk sometimes. Not very well. I speak two Englishes. Two Englishes. You see what I mean? Speak two languages. English and bad English. But yeah, look at the Thursday preview. And keep in mind, that includes a Wednesday number as well. So, this thing actually opened in the US on Wednesday. And some other places. By the way, it's also now flopped in China. It opened in China and bombed there as well. What's also quite concerning for them is this is Toy Story's second weekend. Supergirl came in behind Toy Story. Yeah, it opened at number 2 in the box office. So it's opened at number 2 in the box office with these horrendous numbers. And you can just see the numbers down here. So there's the Thursday preview. There's the Friday, which includes that 7.8. Then it dropped to 10. And then it dropped again to 9. Good God. Now, keep in mind, this 9, this is the Sunday estimate. So some stage today, probably, around 4 p.m. my time here in Ireland and stuff, that will probably get adjusted. So one of these numbers could go up or down. It's usually the international that changes. So this could go to 39. It could go down. It could stay 38, but the 0.0 changes a little bit. This could go to 31 or 32. So just keep that in mind, but it's not going to hit 40. This is a disaster, and it's like, what do you do now? Because, these numbers, and again, as you can see, it came in second place as well, and Obsession is still hanging around in the top 5, which is insane. So, you see the full chart: Toy Story 5, Supergirl, Obsession, Jackass, Disclosure Day, Backrooms is still there, Scary Movies all the way down here. It's insane. What's Mando on now? 333 or 331. So that's fucking dead in the water as well. What's Michael on? Did that hit $1 billion yet? No, but damn if that's not close. Look at that. $977.4 million. Wow. Now, that was the movie you were being told to boycott, was Michael. All the media were telling you, oh, don't give this man any due and blah, blah, blah. But Supergirl, whew, what are they supposed to do with this? And by the way, they've officially changed the budget. They've changed it from 170 to 183. So that happened over the weekend. They actually came in and changed the number. But then we have the DC Studios boss breaks silence on Supergirl box office and remains confident in the long-term strategy. Well, somebody needs to, because you ain't gonna have much confidence from Paramount, because Paramount are going to be looking at this now and going, this isn't good. Your Superman underperformed. Now your Supergirl is absolutely tanking at the box office. We are looking at a movie that quite possibly may not even hit $200 million at the box office. That's actually a reality right now. So Supergirl opened to just 38 million in theaters this past weekend, though that figure could decline when the final numbers are revealed later today, which is what I said, like that could go up, it could go down, it could not change at all. Current projections suggest the DC Studios movie will end its run with less than $200 million worldwide. That isn't good news for the DCU. So, by the way, if it comes in under 200 million, that means it actually fails to even beat The Marvels, which was Marvel's biggest flop ever. So, oh, and by the way, in China, it actually came in behind Madam Web. That's how bad the numbers did in China. Forgot to say that as well. So, one box office flop won't derail an entire franchise. Then again, with Variety reporting that Supergirl needs 300 million to 375 million to break even, the still very young studio wants to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. So, by the way, these numbers are wrong. It's not 300 to 375 million. Even with the numbers they originally gave of the 175 with an added 100 for the marketing, it needs to make 500 million to break even. So these numbers were wrong anyway. So all will be forgiven if Clayface and Man of Tomorrow are box office hits, but it's hard to shake the feeling that fans and critics alike have already forgotten the goodwill created by Superman last summer. There was no goodwill created by Superman. It also underperformed. But they constantly try and reverse that. No, it didn't. It absolutely fucking did. We've seen what the actual tax number was. What they were actually paying for Superman. And by the way, we're going to get the actual numbers for Supergirl because they filmed the thing in the UK. So we will see the official number by this time next year. Maybe even earlier. So be prepared to see that number for the budget go up. So the New York Times caught up with DC Studios co-CEO Peter Safran, who issued a brief statement on Supergirl's box office woes, where he said, "Well, Supergirl didn't meet our box office expectations. It's just one component of a broader long-term strategy at DC Studios that we remain confident in," he told the site, likely hoping to reassure fans and Warner Bros. Discovery executives that the DCU franchise is still moving forward as planned. Okay, let's reverse there for a second. Why would he be trying to reassure Warner Bros. And Discovery executives? They aren't going to be the ones anymore losing the heads on this. It's going to be Paramount. By the time Man of Tomorrow comes out, Paramount will be the owners. So it's Paramount who will be looking at whether you are successful or not. The DCU has been off to an incredibly bad start. Started off with Creature Commandos, something nobody even remembers or talks about. Everybody points the start of the DCU as Superman. No, it was Creature Commandos, which bombed. Then Superman came out and underperformed and did not break even. Now you had Peacemaker Season 2 come out, which also was a colossal disaster for James Gunn and the DCU. It was also hated, not watched, reviewed very badly, and of course, nobody talks about it. And now you have Supergirl, which is absolutely tanked at the box office. Not to mention, there's already the backlash to Lanterns when you put out that first trailer and people went, where the fuck is the colour green? Why is Green Lanterns not in the title? Why does this look so goddamn brown? Again, just like Supergirl. The thing is a clusterfuck. There's no if, buts, ands about it. So Peter Safran trying to say, don't worry, we've got this going forward for us. Everything's happening. Everything is not happening. We've just heard that James Gunn and Peter Safran met with David Ellison, and that everything was being told, oh, Ellison loves Gunn, and he speaks so highly of him, he's so excited about what's going to happen, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, That's interesting, because if he was so excited about what's going to happen and all that stuff, why didn't he give him a new contract? Because James Gunn's contract ends next year. Why didn't he already give him a new contract? Why didn't they greenlight anything new? No, everything that's coming is everything that was already announced and in production. So, you can see here, DC Studios may, however, have found a scapegoat. In the report, it notes Warner Brothers executives said they were surprised by both the ferocity of the backlash and its reach, believing the culture had evolved past that sort of campaign. So, this is them now trying to talk about this bullshit of there was a boycott and all this type of crap. All the negativity around this movie was so and so, and oh god, the fans just were never going to give it a chance and stuff. It's like, what are you talking about? No, your movie's production, it came out in the marketing that it was, oh, it's a one-tone movie. Why is this another Guardians of the Galaxy? And then you see the movie, and it's just a dog shit movie. There's no ifs, buts, ands about it. It's a dog shit movie. Even the shills that were shilling for this thing have come out and gone like, yeah, it's a bad movie. So, you can't blame anyone but yourselves. James Gunn is the guy who's in charge. James Gunn said, we're not moving forward unless our scripts are fantastic. And remember, James Gunn has shot himself in the foot, because what did James Gunn tell us all? What do you remember what he said? He said, there's no such thing as superhero fatigue. There's only mediocre movie fatigue. Well, James, are you then confirming to all of us here that this little movie right here is mediocre? Because these numbers would say, hell yeah. Let me know what you think of it all. Do you think the future is bright for the DCU with these disastrous numbers for Supergirl? Clayface isn't going to save the studio. Clayface was made for a reported $40 million. Again, we'll get to see the actual numbers, because again, that was completely filmed in the UK, but that basically needs to make nothing to break even. So that's not really a movie that you're going to hedge your bets on. But let me know what you think of all of this. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like and share and subscribe and hit that hype button and all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.